FPL Game Week 29 team selection. We have a very quick turnaround with Game Week 28 ending on Sunday and the deadline on Tuesday, and probably came at a worse time because there's a lot of flags going on. So in today's video, we'll be going through a review of how my team did in Game Week 28, what I'm going to do with all the flags, including HAALAND and Rice and Andersen too, and my team selection for Game Week 29. So if you enjoyed the video and the quick turnaround, make sure you smash that like button and hit that subscribe, and let's get into it. What's up, it's FPL Vert where arrows go green, and as you'll see very soon, they did go green, so all is good in Vert HQ. But just a few Game Week 29 questions with the information available to me at the time of recording, which is Monday night, before the main presses actually take place on Tuesday. So just including this just in case people haven't seen it. But of course the big question and the big news of Game Week 28 was HAALAND's unavailability. He missed out completely for the trip to Leeds. And Pep said in the post-match conference that he was not ready for today, but we have 4 days before Forest, and also 3 days after that for the FA Cup fixture. So it doesn't sound like it's a massive injury. And then of course Erling Haaland, he tweeted himself that it's a new week, let's go. So it doesn't sound like he's going to be out because he was walking into the camp basically. And also O'Reilly came off injured, and Pep said that he had a knock in the ankle and he played on and was out. So that one seems to remain to be seen. I'm not sure if he'll be out indefinitely, but let's see. One for Florian Wirtz, if anyone that owns him. Slot has announced that he will be out for Game Week 29 and also the FA Cup fixture. So if you got him, I would sell, because missing the West Ham and Wolves fixtures, a sore one, but yeah, there's other places to go to. And just on Arsenal and Fulham, because of course Arteta, he mentioned in the post-Chelsea match that they're going to ask to be substituted, and then he's going to have to get checked and see if he's available for Wednesday, unfortunately, which is not good for Arsenal, given how many minutes Bryce has played, and he's definitely been managing a lot of minutes. So you hope he gets rested from an Arsenal perspective, given that Brighton start midfield pivot of James Milner and Pascal Gross. No disrespect to them, but yeah, I think there's more than enough depth in the team to cope with that. And then just on Fulham, of course, the big news, Harry Wilson, the magic man, as one of my friends always calls him. I was actually looking to get him this week as well. He came off injured, but it was announced that he had a little issue at halftime. He was able to play on without it, and then he just walked off on the 70th minute. So it doesn't seem like it's too bad. And he did post on Instagram that we go again on Wednesday. I'm not sure if I'm reading too much into the lines, but we'll see what Marco Silva says. And yeah, Fulham announced that Joachim Andersen missed, I think, his first minutes of the entire season through illness. So he should be back for Game Week 29, we hope anyway. And so just a little bit of a captain ranking. Obviously this is dependent on Haaland's availability, but I think Haaland home to Forest is an easy captain. If he's out, then I think everyone will have Bruno Fernandes vice if you own him. And if you want to go a little bit spicy, go for Ekitike, I'd say, fresh off a 15-point haul. You can say it's knee-jerky, but it's been a long time coming, given the chances and XG that he generates. So into just a quick review of how I did in Game Week 28, and I can confirm it was another green arrow. Yeah, that's now back-to-back green arrows, so hopefully we're treading in the right direction finally as the season's coming to an end. We've only got 10 game weeks left, which is crazy, but yeah, the season's coming to an end soon. So just a quick review of how it went. I mean, Raya, obviously, he was the star of the show, kind of, even though Gabriel got man of the match, which I think is deserved, really, with his assist, his overall presence on the pitch, which was reflected in the defensive contributions he picked up as well. And you obviously see he scooped the 3 bonus as well. So yeah, the Arsenal defense proving well, even if they don't keep clean sheets. Virgil, he's just very happy to have him. He's actually going to rise this tonight. Well, I'm not sure if he will, but it looks like he will. Chalobah's looking like he's going to drop, but he was on the bench because he was going away to Arsenal, but he was auto-subbed on because Andersen and Haaland both missed out. So Goodmanson and Chalobah came on for 3 points, which, yeah, we take them given the safety score. Well, we took a hit, so actually got 74 points net. But yeah, green arrow with a hit is always going to be a good week in my book. Well, and then the star of the show, technically, is Ekitike in terms of the whole team because he scored the most points. But I was very happy to have captain Bruno Obviously, he was my actual captain, unlike certain people that captain Haaland. They got away with it, in my opinion, because he would have definitely blanked. So that's a bit of a shame. But yeah, very happy with the team, and I think I'm gonna have a few rises and probably a few drops in the team as well. And despite all the flags, I'm actually not looking to make any transfers because I think it's a midweek, and obviously we have an FA Cup weekend, so the next Premier League weekend will be the following weekend. So yeah, definitely looking to roll, and what will be will be. So straight into the team selection for game week 29. As mentioned, I'm not planning to make any transfers, but if Rice is ruled out and Arteta actually says that he's out, which I highly doubt, probably would just move to Wilson. But anyway, David Raya starts in goal. He caught the eye with a series of match-winning saves against Chelsea, and he'll look to repeat his performance against Brighton. And given the Seagulls rank third worst for XG over the past 4 game weeks, and Arsenal very clearly the best defence in the league, hopefully we can get at least some save points here. Gabriel Magalhaes, he delivered his 4th assist of the Premier League season, en route to DEFCON, and 3 bonus points for almost a double-digit return in what is, well, it was a top, I think Chelsea are now 6th, but you know what I mean, big 6 clash. So he's definitely fixture-proof. We knew that already. And yeah, looking to continue a good record against Brighton. I think Arsenal are unbeaten in their last 5 trips to the Amex, so hopefully that continues. Virgil van Dijk, he's the Liverpool captain, and he's their Flying Dutchman at the moment because he's the highest scoring defender in this calendar year in all of FPL. So with his 2 goals, his assist and 2 clean sheets, let's hope he can continue that trend against the bottom club in the league, in Wolves. Andersen missed out through illness in game week 28, and we're just going to have to hope that he's back. Just give him some lamb sip or something. Especially as West Ham have just 1 win in their last 5, so hopefully he can do well here. Rice, as mentioned, if he's out, which I highly doubt because Arteta doesn't really announce news like that, but he's definitely going to be sweating on his fitness. We will rate the press conference and we'll act accordingly there. Bryan Mbeumo has returned in each of his past 3 away games in the Premier League, and he'll look to compound the misery on Eddie Howe's Newcastle. We've actually lost 5 of their last 6 league games. It's not looking good for them at the moment. Bruno Fernandes, there's no player that has more double-digit hauls in fantasy, more than this Manchester United captain. He's got 9 double-digit hauls. That is actually joint with Haaland, but no player has more. And he's fresh off a dispatch penalty and a delicious assist for Benjamin Sesko. And he travels to a Newcastle side that, as mentioned, have lost 5 of their last 6 league games. They've also conceded at least twice in 7 of their last 8 at St James's Park in all competitions. So hopefully we can breach this defence, and Bruno and Mbeumo are a part of it. Rayan at Bournemouth, he played yet another 90 minutes, so that's the good news. The bad news is that he blanked for, well, back-to-back games for the first time in his Premier League career. So hopefully we can get back into the points. He hosts a Brentford side that literally just conceded 3 goals to the promoted and relegation threatened Burnley. So definitely goals in this game, hopefully. On the other side of this Rayan duel is actually Thiago, 2 Brazilians in my team, and they are facing off. And he's actually, looks like he's going to rise tonight. I think most people moving off Haaland, maybe, but he has scored 2 goals in his last 4 game weeks. So hopefully we can get some more. Ugo Ekitike finally repaid the patience. I mean, we held him through all the times when Joao Pedro was hauling, but we thought, well, I thought anyway, that he was worth holding on to, mainly because of the fixtures and his underlying metrics. And yeah, he finally proved me right with 15 points. And he travels to bottom club with Virgil van Dijk. So let's hope for some more. And as mentioned, Haaland is technically a flag, but it looks like he'll be okay. I don't really see him having a cameo, really, given that he's posting walking into the club. So I think it'll be fine, and he's definitely the best captain. If not, it'll be Bruno. So that's the team. Very quick one today, but thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just drop it into the comments, and I'll be sure to respond. And you can also reach out to me on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky as well. So thanks for watching, and enjoy the FA Cup weekend.